Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel again. My name is Amber Williams and it's just me today. My partner's at work. I'm now child free for the next few days, so I thought, why not have a whiskey? Whiskey Wednesday. That's how I roll. Yep. Nice. So, basically, I thought today, I'm in one of my weird moods. My partner and I, Jay, were discussing on my other video, where he was talking about his experiences about a book that we purchased about Monmouthshire, and I have said book with me currently, and I thought I would have a little look through it and read you some of the ghostly goings on and some of the places that we're thinking about exploring. So this is going to be a very chilled, chit-chatty story time video with moi, and I'm finding myself sickening already. Oh god, I've just been looking after toddlers all week, so just bear with me because I've got to now put my adult brain on, and this is hence why I'm having some whiskey because it's cold in this house. In this cottage it is cold. So I thought, perfect, I'll get the duvet, I'll put on a water bottle, well, I'll put on the kettle to make a water bottle, I'll get the duvet down, and I've got 2 hours until Jay gets home, so why not make a video for the internet? Everyone says, yeah. I'm already halfway through as well, which is fantastic because it is a 3-finger pull, which is more than a double. But yes, so this book, by the way, we brought in a museum in Monmouthshire that we mentioned previously, where the courtroom was, and it is Ghosts of Monmouthshire, and it is by Stephen Clark. It might be Stephen. I am dyslexic. I am dyslexic. I'm so sorry. I try really hard to not show it, but that is the author. And you can add in your own stories if you have your own stories. But I thought I would read out an extract, and go from there and see where this video takes me, really and truly. Fun times. Night in with Amber with a bit of whiskey. So, there are quite a few places that I recognise where this person is talking about, locations, and I am very excited to be able to explore them, hopefully, within the next few weeks. We'll just see how it goes. So, maybe I'll make this a series. I'll just do this, land on a page. Look, I'm not even looking. This is the page that I've landed on. I'm going to choose this one here. The Headless Lady of Clytha. I hope I'm saying that right. Maybe this is where we'll go and explore next. Kind of like, you know, when you throw a dart on a map and it lands anywhere. That's what I feel like this is going to be. So I've chosen this one, and maybe we'll go and explore that one first if we can get there. So, the story begins. The Headless Lady of Clytha. During the late 1800s, it was the weekly task of a market gardener's widow to take her vegetables to Abergavenny Market. Ooh, I know Abergavenny. By pony and trap, accompanied by her 3 children. One of the children, Mrs. J, now an elderly lady who lived in Monmouth until quite recently, told me of a strange incident which occurred one night in the autumn of 1898. On a return journey from the market. Apparently, it was the mother's habit, after the day's business was over, to spend some time drinking with her friends, in the town, which made for a late homecoming. this particular evening was no exception, and midnight found them jogging quietly home along the road to Raglan. Mother asleep, with the reins in her lap, and the pony, as usual, finding his own way home. Sorry, what? What? So they trusted a horse to get them home. Somehow I can already see where this is going. I don't know if that's quite safe, but maybe it was done back then, I guess. They must have really trusted the pony, so I don't know if I could, but damn. Fair enough. Some years before, there had been a particularly shocking murder at Clytha. Really? A young man of good family, having been jilted by his sweetheart and driven to temporary insanity, had hidden on the high bank where the road climbs up to the Clytha Arms. The girl was due to pass that way that night, and when she came by I'm creeping myself out because I'm by my frickin' self in this dark cottage. The girl was due to pass that way that night, and when she came home on horseback, he had leapt out and killed her with a single blow. What a dick! Leaving her decapitated body on the roadside. He had no further purpose in his madness and gave himself up. Wait, so he decapitated her, leaving her body... This is brutal. Okay. So he had no further purpose in his madness and gave himself up. He was duly hanged for his dreadful deed. After this murder, many stories were told in the district of the phantom lady who rode Clytha pitch in the dead of night. On that mild autumn night, as they began the climb up Clytha pitch, the clip-clop of hooves coming down the hill was clearly heard, and the eldest girl, the lady who recounted the story to me, realizing her mother's befuddled state, leaned over and took the reins to pull their horse to the side in order to give the oncoming rider room to pass. The hoof beats came nearer and then level, but nothing could be seen, even though it was light enough to see for some few yards around. Suddenly, their horse neighed and reared alarmingly. Simultaneously, a seemingly icy wave of air swept over them, although until then it had been a calm and windless night. The girl stared into the darkness, but could see no one, and as the sound of hoofbeats steadily receded, the air grew mild again. It took a considerable time to their frightened and trembling horse, by which time the eerie hoofbeats had faded into the distance, and a frightened and sober mother was making high speed toward home. Yeah, I'd be getting the f*** out of there, really and truly. Although, would I? I don't know. And that is the retelling of the story. Now, let's just go over a few of those points, okay? I'm gonna have a drink. So this was in the 1800s. Bearing in mind, I was born in the 1900s. That freaks me out. The later 1900s, but still, that's crazy to me. Picked up on that point there. So it looks like the mother was asleep and was awoken. I still can't believe she was trusting the horse to get them home, by the way. I find that crazy. I mean, I have no doubt in the fact that the horse probably did take them home, but still, that to me is like falling asleep behind the driving car, hoping that your car was going to take you home. Although, to be fair, cars don't have brains, obviously, but, you know, I guess in the future they probably do. I mean, they probably do now, but still. It's just that to me is crazy. So the horse got spooked, basically. And I'm going to do some research on Clytha and see if I can find any more accounts of potentially the same thing, and I will speak to Jay, and maybe that is our first go-to place. I mean, someone must know the story, so hopefully we'll be able to find out. I think what I find interesting is Monmouthshire in general, Wales in general, is a very, very eerie and spooky place, because I have many friends who have told me many ghost stories about different sections and parts of Wales. And everyone loves a ghost story, whether you believe in them or not. It's always nice to just sit down and recall and tell tales of spooky times. Like, I love speaking about my paranormal story times because it gives me this like adrenaline where you start to consider the unknown. You start to try and, you know, figure out if it's genuinely real. What caused that mist? What caused that wind? Was it just a gale force wind, or was it an actual ghost? Like, who knows? But I feel like this is something that is very close to my heart, and I really enjoy making these videos so much. So I really do hope that I get to explore some more of these places. And yes, thank you so much for being here and listening to my channel, and I hope wherever you are, you're having a fabulous day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!